안녕하세요 여러분. Hey, what's up guys? It's your girl Robyn coming at you. And this is a video that I asked on a poll on YouTube, on the YouTube community tab, if I should do. And a lot of people said yes, so I'm going to do it. The main reason why I wanted to do it is because a lot of people have been asking me to do this kind of video, so here I am. Woohoo. So as we all know, it is back to school season, and a lot of you guys that I've come to attention are starting college this year, and I think that's amazing. You guys are going into college, doing more school, you know, getting your careers and stuff like that. So a lot of people have been asking me to make some tips for college. I might even make one for high school because my high school life sucked. But I am going to go through the college tips that I have for you guys because yeah, why not? And just a disclaimer, these may have worked for me, but they might not work for you. So you just kind of have to do trial and error to see which ones work for you. So we're just gonna get right into it. So the first one I have is clean room equals clean mind. So for me personally, I'm very OCD about how I want things. And anytime I see that my room is dirty, I would never do any of my work. I would literally just like sleep or watch YouTube videos. I would never have the motivation to do any of my homework or just anything school related. So I realized that with me, my clean room equals a clean mind, so I can like get started on my work. And I know for those of you that like live in a dorm room, it could be difficult with your roommate, like, cause they might not be clean, but as long as you have your stuff clean, I'm pretty sure you're good. But if you have a clean room, then your mind is cleaner and you don't have to worry about like picking up the mess later or anything like that. So that's a very good, helpful tip for me. The next one I have is procrastinating is for the weak. Now what I mean by this is I know a lot of people that procrastinate on projects and stuff like that. Whereas with me, I like to get ahead. Like if I'm taking an online class, I will see how far ahead I can get in that class on literally the first or second day of school. Because of that, I don't have to worry about that class because I'm ahead, right? So I know a lot of people that procrastinate on things, and if you procrastinate, that means that it's either one, you're not really taking it seriously, or two, you just like to set yourself up for stress. And for me, I can't deal with stress because stress then triggers my anxiety, and we don't want to get into that. So I like to say that procrastinating is for the weak because, you know, you're just kind of setting yourself up, and we don't want that. And procrastinating in college is not a good thing because if you do it your first year of college, you're gonna do it all throughout college. And I'm so happy I actually stopped procrastinating my senior year of high school. So don't procrastinate. My next one is planners save lives. Now, for those of you who will try to argue with me with this, planners actually do save lives. Like, here's my planner for this year. It has everything I need. Like, even though I can remember some things, there are other things I don't remember fully. So I have my planner all set up. I have my schedule right here, and I have all my classes color-coded by pin. So because of that, it makes it easier for me to write down my projects and homework due and stuff like that. And it literally saves my ass. So the next one I have is taking notes on computers and or any electronic can help and hurt you. So for me, depending on the class it is, I usually take my laptop to take notes, unless it's like a math class and I actually like write that stuff down. So I take my laptop and I usually do my notes on my laptop, and it helps me because I can usually listen to everything the professor says, but it hurts me because I'm more distracted using my laptop. Like I have access to the internet and Twitter and stuff like that. So I find myself a good majority of the time not actually listening to what my professor is saying. Hence the reason why I'm saying it can help and hurt you. Also, another thing about taking notes on electronics is that you have the option of highlighting faster using your computer, but then again, you could also over highlight. So there's that as well, but depending on how you are, it can help and or hurt you. And another reason why it can hurt you is because your brain will remember something that you write physically down compared to what you're typing. That's like the main thing, and it's just up to you on how you take notes, really. My next one is if you have access to your library, take advantage of it. Now, I know a lot of people might say, oh, going to a library is for nerds. It's really not. Going to a library actually helps me get so much done. Like, even if my room is clean, when I'm at home, I literally have the attention span of a goldfish. So a good majority of the time, right after work, I go straight to the library and work there until about 10 p.m. doing work, catching up on stuff, or getting ahead on stuff. I'm never really catching up, I'm mostly getting ahead. So I like going to the library because one, I feel like I'm in a space where I can actually do work and not be like sidetracked as easily. And two, a good majority of the time when I go to the library nowadays, I go by myself. Now, if you go with friends, that can be nice, but you could also goof off. Like with me and my friends, Destiny and Taylor, every time we go to the library, we always goof off and we never end up doing any work. But when I go by myself, I get so much done. It's actually ridiculous. And a good majority of the time when I go to the library, I'm actually uploading videos because the internet speed up there is really insanely fast. And I'm just like, hello. But if you have access to your library, take advantage of it. The next one I have is listening to music can help you study depending on what music it is. There's actually a study shown that if you listen to classical music while studying, it actually helps you remember things, which I think is very interesting. Do I do that? No, I actually listen to K-pop songs that I don't know that well. So I can like, one, listen to songs that I don't know that well and find my new favorite song by an artist. And two, so I can actually pay attention. So like, I won't have to worry about Look coming on and me being like, oh my gosh, this song really just came on my playlist while I'm studying. So yeah, and if you guys want, I actually have Apple Music. And if you guys want, you can follow me on Apple Music, and I might even share my study playlist with you guys because I have a certain playlist that I like to play of songs that I don't know and I later get to know because of my studying. The next one I have is try and finish your weekend homework on Saturday so you can have Sunday to yourself. Now, a lot of people rather have their Saturdays to themselves than Sundays, but in my personal opinion, I think I like having Sundays to myself more than Saturdays. The main reason behind that is because where I live, I'm at a party college, okay? I'm at a university that's a party college, and all the parties are obviously happening on Friday and Saturday. And if I can get out of going to a party is by saying, oh, I have homework and I'm doing it. So there's that, and I actually have another point to the parties which we'll get into in a little bit, but I like having Sundays to myself because that's like, that gives me a day to relax. And if you want to do Saturdays to relax, go for it, but be sure to get your homework done over the weekend. Now, as I said before, I talked about parties, so the next one I have is very controversial. I would say don't go to parties. The only reason why I say that is because you could be using that time to either catch up on some sleep that you may have missed, or doing some homework, finishing up a project or a paper that you have due, and you won't have to worry about doing it on Sunday because we all know parties are happening on Friday and Saturday nights. And if you just don't go to parties, you won't have to worry about that. I went to a few parties last semester, I'm not gonna lie, and did I have fun? Not really. Mainly because one, I was DD, so I couldn't like drive, and I don't like to drink anyway, and I'm underage as well, so there's all those things. And most of the time I just thought like I could be sleeping right now, like why am I here? And so I would just say don't go to parties, but if you're that type of person, I don't know what to tell you. The next thing I have to say is find a club or friends that you can go to release some stress. Now, I had the K-pop club to go to every other week where I would release some stress and like get to talk about my favorite thing in the world, obviously K-pop. And I met some of my best friends, I've never had friends before this, and I met my best friends through this. And I just know that I can go to them to release stress. Like if I need a good cry, I can go to them and they'll like comfort me and everything. And it's just, if you ever need to relieve stress, find some friends, find some college friends and just be like, let's talk. And it really helps, trust me. Next thing I have to say is set goals. If you don't set goals, then why are you in college? You need to set goals. Like for me right now, my goal is to graduate May 2020. That's really difficult to do considering my major and how many hours I need to get to graduate and what classes I need to take for my major. So that is my goal. I want to graduate in May 2020 with my friends. Another goal I have is it's a side goal, but I want to hit 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. You know, if you set goals throughout your college life, whether it being with college or not college, that's how you'll get through it because you'll be aiming to reach your goal. And if you just don't set goals throughout college, then why are you there? Next thing I have to say is have a healthy diet. Now, if you don't have a healthy diet, not saying that, oh, everyone needs to go on a vegetarian diet. No, what I'm saying is have a healthy diet, meaning don't eat too much, don't overeat, but also don't undereat. The reason why I say that is because I've seen many girls faint at finals because they didn't eat for 4 or 5 days because they were studying for finals. Yes, I understand finals are very important, but you need to eat, you know? And overeating as well makes you just not want to go to class. Like, trust me, I would overeat and not go to class. And it's just just have a healthy diet. Just make sure you don't overeat or undereat. The next thing I have to say is figure out your schedule. The faster you figure out your schedule, the sooner you will have less stress. Now for me, my freshman year as like my first semester, I figured out my schedule pretty well, and this was before I started work. So I figured out my schedule pretty well, and I thought, oh wow, I'd go to the rec. I never went to the rec. I think I went like twice, and you know, it's because I didn't really fully figure out my schedule. Whereas with my sophomore semester, which was last semester, I figured out my schedule, and I had to do it pretty quick because I started work last semester as well. So I figured out my schedule, and I figured out how I could cope with work and school. And the faster you do that, the less stress you'll have. Like honestly, I was less stressed last semester than I was my first semester. Now for the last one, I have sleep is key, especially with finals. So a lot of college students will pull all-nighters, they won't sleep for days when it comes to finals. And I can understand why. You really want to get that A. But sleep is more important. I'm sorry guys, but for all of the people that like pull all-nighters and like stay awake for like 4 days, I don't understand that. Like I mainly only do it because like I just can't sleep a good majority of the time. But when it comes to finals, honey, I'm a whole sloth. So when it comes to finals, you guys really need to sleep because sleep is very healthy. You need to care more about your health in school. I'm sorry, but I hate to say it, but it's true. You guys need to care more about your health in school. Your health is more important to school. Like without you, there's no school. So my main thing is sleep is more important, and sleep is key. And actually, a lot of the times whenever I sleep before finals, I actually dream of the test and I remember everything that way. So I don't know if that's like with other people, but that's with me. So yeah guys, those are my college tips. If you guys want me to do a high school tips video, please let me know down in the comments below, or like this video, because I kind of want to do one in a way, because my high school life was kind of crappy and I want you guys to learn from my experiences. So yeah. But yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any other college tips, like if you're already in college and have any tips for me, as I'm going into my second year of college, but I will be a junior next semester, please put it down in the comments below. I want to see what works for you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, become my #1 a day. Be sure to follow me on social media, and I'll see you all in the next video. Annyeong!